We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you an entertainer? If you are,
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. My good friend, Queen Marlene, you are celebrating your birthday today. Your family, your friends, and us at Popeye News Links, we are wishing you a happy birthday today. I have no doubt that today you're going to be having a wonderful birthday, and may you live to see who'll eat more. In the news today, in yesterday's video, I told you about an accident involving a 27-year-old police constable. That police constable is stationed at the Savannah Lamar police station. I told you that based on the injuries he received, he is lucky to be alive. Well, this morning, I spoke to the female who was driving the black Toyota Fielder motor car, and she too is lucky to be alive. She received some serious injuries, and the doctors, they are waiting on some test results to know how to proceed. I reported that on Tuesday evening, May 13, at some minutes to 6 o'clock. Reports are that the police constable, he was driving his white 2012 Toyota Premium motor car along the Petersfield main road in the parish of Westmoreland. He was traveling towards Withorn direction when, on reaching a certain section along the roadway, he was in the process of negotiating a left-hand corner when the black Toyota Fielder motor car, being driven by the female, it drove out from Campbellton Lane, which is on the left side of the road when you are going towards Withorn. The police constable, he tried to take away himself from the Toyota Fielder, but both vehicles collided. Like I told the female this morning, that is the official police report. The female, she's however claiming that yes, she drove out of the lane and she was on the left side of the road when the accident took place. I asked her if she had any witnesses to that, and she said yes. I encouraged her to ensure that the witnesses gave the police statements. Let's hope that this female, she also pulled through and there is no long-lasting injuries. In this next report, this one took place early yesterday morning, Thursday, May 15, about a few minutes after 6 o'clock. It took place at the Maypen exit along the PJ Patterson Highway in Clarendon. Our information is that a man, his name is Tyrone. He was driving a brown Toyota Corolla motor car. Also in the car with him was his father. His name is Mr. Dennis Brown, and he's almost 70 years old. He was living at Cascade District in the parish of St. Anne. Our information is that the Toyota Corolla, it was traveling behind an elf truck when it ran into the back of the truck. Mr. Dennis Brown and his son Tyrone, they were seriously injured, but the father, he died as a result. Sad indeed. Now, in yesterday's video, I told you about a guy who was shot and killed by the police at Pell River in the parish of Hanover on Wednesday night, May 5th, 9 o'clock. There is the guy on your screen. His name is Omar Johnson. Like I told you yesterday, the police, they are claiming that Omar, he was involved in the kidnapping of the female teacher last week, Wednesday morning at Grange Hill in the parish of Westmoreland. We are also learning that Omar, he used to work as a massage therapist. Like I reported yesterday, Omar, he was previously charged for murder in November 2012 after a guy named Damian Walker, he was found in a guest house in the Havendale area of St. Andrew with stab wounds and his throat slashed. We are also learning that Omar, he was previously arrested and charged by the Green Island Police for gun-related charges. That case ended in court just last month. The mayhem. In this next report, we are learning that on Monday night, May 12, about 10 o'clock, a 53-year-old man named Bryan Morris, but he was popularly known as Freddie. Freddie, he lived at KlLL district in the Highgate area of St. Mary. We are learning that Freddie, he was in the back road area of Highgate when he got into a dispute with a group of guys. Freddie, he was beaten by the guys. He was rushed to the Anatomy Hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. Freddie, he died in hospital whilst he was being treated. The mayhem. Over in Manchester, the police, they have taken a 28-year-old guy named Stephenson, also known as Jay, into police custody. He is living in the Whitby area of Mile Gully in the parish of Manchester. This is due to an incident that took place early yesterday morning, Thursday, May 15, almost 1:30. Reports are that Jay, he got into an altercation with a guy named Omar Stewart, also known as Brando. Brando was 29 years old and he lived at Good Intent in the Mile Gully area. It is said that Brando, he pulled a knife and attacked Jay. A struggle ensued and Brando, he was stabbed with the same knife that he pulled. He died as a result. The mayhem. In this next report, early yesterday morning, Thursday, May 15, about 5 o'clock, a team of police officers, acting on intelligence, they went to a premises at Watermount District at Point Hill in the parish of St. Catherine. They are saying that they went in search of a guy called CJ who was wanted by the police. The police, they are reporting that CJ, whose correct name is Ramone McDonald, he lived at Johns Road in the Spanish Town area of St. Catherine. The police, they are claiming that CJ, he was spotted and he pulled a gun and opened gunfire at them. They are saying that they took evasive action and returned the fire and CJ, he was hit. He fell clutching a Remington shotgun with the serial number intact with 4 12-gauge cartridges. CJ, he died on the spot. Indicom are carrying out investigations. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, this one is tragic. This one is sad. That female on your screen, her name is Jenese Francis. One day after my birthday coming up, Jenese should be celebrating her 39th birthday. She was born on September 2, 1986. She worked as a cosmetologist. Since March last year, I have had several conversations with Jenese. We last spoke last month and I encouraged her to go and seek some psychiatric help. In an upcoming video, I'm going to be playing some of the conversations I had with Jenese, but for now, here is a small part of one of those conversations. Listen this.
Alright, how long no you and the police did involve?
We wasn't in a relationship. It was just a friend.
Yes.
Before I became pregnant for him. That was it.
And the baby is what? 9 months
The
old?
baby is 9 months old. I have twin baby, but my son died in March, which I called in and explained what took place by the Southern Hospital. That's in March, 20th of March.
Oh, so yeah, that twin for him, a girl and a boy.
A boy and a girl, yes. So this is the girl I'm speaking of. The 9 month old baby now.
So since the baby born, what's the relationship been like?
Alright. When I was pregnant, we separated. I was pregnant. Yeah, that was it. So we was
Oh,
like, you know.
so alright, but even before the relationship, you say you were just good friends.
Yes, we was just good friends.
Oh,
That
so
was it.
so what? The separation mean you don't stop talk or you just talk occasionally? Yeah?
When the girlfriend found out that I was pregnant, there becomes a lot of back and forth with me and her and stuff like that. Yeah.
So alright. So since the baby born, what has been happening with you and him?
Well, he take me to go for custody, and it's just like 3 months now. Him get access to have the baby 2 times a week since the baby came from Blossom Garden. That's in Montego Bay because I never have the baby with us. We'll have to go and visit the baby there
Alright. Why was the baby sent to Blossom Gardens?
because of they're investigating my son dead by the hospital. Right?
Oh,
We have to speak
so
about this again because I can be sued for $1 million.
no man, it's alright. You know, you're not good, but because of that, they took the baby to Blossom Gardens.
Yes, yeah. They said the baby was by the they admit the baby in the ward, and then they take her. She went to Glen Open Kingston, and because of us to travel so far, they take her near here in the western region. That's in Blossom Garden in Montego Bay.
So the baby in Blossom Gardens and what? Him took it to court for custody?
No, he took me to court for access from January.
For access or custody?
Access
Oh.
to have the baby to come by him.
Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah, so the baby was like just over a month old at that time.
Oh, I understand. So since the baby at Blossom Gardens, the court matter finished and what? You get back the baby or what?
Yeah, I got the baby like I'm going 3 months now.
And the court gave him access to the baby?
Yes, and before the baby came from Blossom Garden, the court gave him 2 to 3 times a week to have the baby. Because he get 2 days off and he gets a rescue. So judge grant him 2 to 3 times a week for daytime access.
Okay.
From 8:30 to 5:30.
And then now you got back the baby and the access still in place?
Yes.
So he has been keeping the baby?
He get to pick up the baby. He called me and tell me when he need the baby, and I was at the baby by the daycare.
Oh. So on this occasion now, what happened?
Alright, since the baby started to go to him now, I started to realize there are changes within the baby vagina here. I noticed I started to see a hole inside the baby. I noticed I started to see a cavity within the baby vagina here. When the baby was by Blossom Garden, when I received the baby and all that, it was nothing like that. She never born with her vagina open. And the inner corner of the vagina, I noticed there are slight bruises. So I'm saying maybe because he's a male, and me know say him when the baby was like 5 years old, he must show me open the baby vagina and see. So I say, why you wide open the baby vagina like that? Supposed to see the baby vagina. So me can't be remembering how he was at that time. I said maybe he might wide too hard. That's what I'm saying. But then one morning I changed the child and I realized that she don't want me to come down but I tried it back, so I began to search and I realized that the bruises becomes more deeper. They understand me, so I said, no sir, this don't look like say this guy I wipe the baby and it looks like it looked to me, it appeared to me like he's molesting the child, like he's a master the baby. As for me start to think. So therefore when he picked up the baby on the 19th of August. And I called him and said to him, say, when you're cleaning the baby, take time and wipe on the inside of the baby vagina. He's saying that he don't wipe on the inside of the baby vagina. So I said, okay. And then I said to him that I'm going to take the baby to see a doctor to see what is causing that.
So you heard that? Jenese and a police constable. They were good friends. But the police constable, he had his woman. Jenese and the police constable, they got involved in a sexual relationship and Jenese, she got pregnant. The policeman's girlfriend, she found out about the pregnancy. In December 2023, Jenese, she gave birth to a pair of twins, a boy and a girl. In March last year, the baby boy got sick and died in the Savannah Lamar Hospital. There was a lot of accusations about who was responsible for the child's death. As a result, the CDA stepped in and took the child into state care. Like you heard the mother said, the father, he took the matter to court to have access to the child. The court ruled that the father should have access to the child, and this access continued when the child was returned to the mother. The mother, Jenese, she started accusing the father of molesting the 9-month-old baby girl. Listen to another part of the conversation I had with Jenese. Listen this.
Repeat what you said.
No, you are saying that the father is molesting the baby. Based on the doctors that you have gone to, none of them seem to agree with you so far. So why are you still saying he's the one molesting the baby?
Why am I still saying that?
Yeah, because based on the doctor, based on what you tell me, you see, you have gone to doctors, doctor there, so Dr. Negril, private doctor, hospital, and none of them none of them is agreeing with you that the child is being molested. So on what basis are you still saying the child is being molested by the father?
Because what I've seen on Monday.
Yeah, but
the fresh bruises on the outside of the baby.
No, but what about what the doctor say? Because the doctor is not agreeing with you. So why are you still saying the child is being molested? Because for the police to investigate a case like that, you know, it will be based on the medical report, and you are saying that so far none of the doctor is saying that the child is molested.
Because the first report pertaining to the bruises, I said that the doctor, I stated what I suspected, that he's masturbating.
No, man, I heard that, you know, but what I'm saying is...
I'm just letting you...
Yeah, man, I understand. Yeah, man, go ahead.
And I said I suspected he's masturbating with the baby. And the doctor checked her and said maybe he's wiping too hard. And I said, I mean too hard, so harsh that this bowl in a corner of vagina cured. And let me tell you the attitude of the doctor's behavior in the grill. So we even get upset and said, then how come you don't see the bruises as bruises, you see it as normal, and the private doctor see it as something different? What is wrong with you people? That's what me have to say to him. And when you ask, you know, why me suspect the child being molested, but the child was on Monday, me and his girlfriend was supposed to be in court. I did not go to court. So he himself was with the baby at home, which he clarifies it in the meeting. Said when they asked him how things was, he stated that him and the baby was at home, and he feed the baby and do what he needed to do, you know, to care for the baby. And he have received a call that his car is in an accident. So then he drop off the baby, the daycare, and go where he's supposed to go. So he know that me and the girlfriend were supposed to be at court that Monday. So he never like he said, oh, he can't lie because the court then can provide that she came to court and what time, etc. And like he said, he declared that him alone was there, right, with the baby. Him alone was with the baby by himself.
Yes. I'm following what you're saying, you know, but what I'm saying is medically, the medical personnel are not agreeing with you. So why are you still saying?
Because he is a police. They have seen the bruises in the baby's anus, but they cannot say, oh, is this like that? They must this
one second. You say your suspect, so he's masturbating with the baby. Explain that. What do you mean by that?
Pardon me?
You said your suspect that he's masturbating with the baby. What do you mean?
Masturbating means rubbing his penis into the baby vagina. That's why there are bruises on the inner corner of the baby vagina. Now I'm talking about the fresh, a different situation, the anus. You know,
so your suspect,
the baby anus was the baby anus. No, I don't believe somebody can have a loose anus. I look at my child in the morning, but I've never looked anything like that.
Okay.
So me as a parent remove it there, but that's the first thing to see something. Fruit and abuse on the outside, and I got them up like a flower.
Understood. So what are you expecting Sissoko to do now, seeing that they don't have the medical report to support this?
They don't want to. Listen, if I take my myself to the hospital and they saw the physical bruises, and in the meeting them are going to dash it in my face and say no, there's no bruises. So I get upset and say if you go to the pediatric ward and see the baby, it is there. And I'm saying to myself, as you see, they said that Amica the anti-clockwise bruises. They need to go and check for that. They see the officer shouldn't get the doctor and go look for that. Since me just scare the baby out of being dramatic, nothing wrong with that. Me scare the baby doctor when not am to want the doctor to stop baby.
You heard that? Now, what we are learning is that the father, he took the matter to court to have full custody of the child. The mother, Jenese, she was adamant that no, that will never happen. Based on what the mother was saying about the father molesting the baby and how the mother was acting, the baby was again taken into state care. A lot of investigations were taking place and Jenese, she was not keeping silent. Jenese, she went on TikTok and other platforms to tell her story based on how she felt things were going on in the court and otherwise. At one point, Jenese, she was told by the judge that if she continued with those baseless allegations on social media, she would be jailed. That did not stop Jenese. The father of the baby, the police constable, he moved from where he used to live and he went to live at a housing scheme known as Maysmuir in the Little London area of Westmoreland. We are told that Jenese, she also moved onto the scheme where she rented a house about 100 meters away from where her baby father and his girlfriend were living. We are learning that just last week, Jenese and the police constable, they were in the family court re-custody of the baby girl. I am told that Jenese, she did not like what was happening in the court because, according to her, everyone was against her and siding with her baby father, the police constable. Things came to a head last night, about a few minutes to 8 o'clock. The police constable, he had just arrived home from work. He was entering his house through the back door. His girlfriend was inside the house. As he was about to open the back door, Jenese appeared from out of the dark. The police constable, he's claiming that Jenese, she was armed with a machete. He's reporting that he grabbed onto the machete, but Jenese, she grabbed onto his service pistol that he had in his waistband. Both Jenese and the police constable, they wrestled for the gun. A few shots were fired. When the smoke was clear, the police constable, he was shot to his left ring finger, while Jenese, she was shot to her upper body. Both of them, they were rushed to hospital where Jenese, she was pronounced DEAD, and the police constable, he was treated and admitted. In an upcoming video, I'm gonna be going through a lot of conversations I had with Jenese. Stand by for that. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. downtown, man, I pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby, me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man, I dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica.